3/4. So somewhere along the way, we got screwed up. No, I'm just kidding, no. Well, we're doing some abstract kind of accent wall today. It's gonna look kind of confusing in the beginning, but I think by the time we're done with this job tomorrow, it's gonna look really good and you're gonna get it. So abstraction is something that's hard for our minds to wrap around because we're used to things being equal and symmetrical. So it's hard going into something with the design that someone has that's abstract, but you just gotta kind of let that block down, that barricade around your mind of everything equal. These are the panels we're gonna be using to eliminate the texture on the wall. These are 3/16 masonite boards. They're also called yucca boards. And we're gonna cut these up. We already laid out everything on the wall. We're gonna put these on the wall first, and then we're gonna lay out our stiles and rails, basically, is what I'm gonna call them, in an abstract layout. And from there, it'll just be prep and paint. In another position. So I've got one outlet back here that I need to cut out for. And all I'm gonna do to cut out for that is look where it is, make a mark here, and then make a mark here. When we put these back filler boards in, these masonite boards, we're not trying to make like a super tight fit. We're just trying to be within the, I guess, parameters of our layout. So you can see I'm gonna have a 1x4 right here, and my backboard is kind of like right in the middle of that. It doesn't have to be exact. We just want, so when we come with the 1x4, we have a seam covered and we're not like forcing it in there, trying to get a really tight fit where it doesn't even matter. So you can see I just made that line there and then a line here. So now I can measure from that line to my box. Let's do 15 and 17 1/8. A little trick I do is just hold the tape straight like that and then use the tape as kind of like a marking tool. It's probably so hard to see that pencil on this, but it works. Cool. Did I make it through? Yeah. That's exactly what we want. I'm right on my line still. Right on this line over here. And we have a perfect cutout for this box. So we'll keep stacking these things up. So we're gonna do an 88. We need this to be 88 inches. So I'm just gonna do 88, connect the lines, and then freehand cut this. Find the center of this. So this is 17, so I guess I'd be 8.5. Yeah, 8.5, and then I'll just make, take a piece of 45 like this, line it up. I'm just lining it up with this square edge over here. As long as it's flush across the edge, it's good. And then I can just cut these two lines. And you can see right there, I don't know if you can see my pencil line, but the 2 points pretty much meet dead center on this board. And this is some pretty rough stuff compared to what you're seeing us do, but like I mentioned already, this stuff does not have to be perfect, so there's no use in trying to spend a lot of time and making sure it's all precise when it's all gonna be hidden anyways. I'm gonna dry fit it. Make sure it's decent at least. So this is a seam we need to get really tight because it's actually going to be visible. So if I can get it tight enough, you'll actually see this footage. But if I can't, you won't. So if you're watching this, it worked out. Ease into it. This is kind of a weird spot right here, but that's actually where this board's going to come. Oh yeah. This is all good. Just one problem. That's cool. And it actually, most of it will be hidden by a bed anyways, but still, we just want to make sure we're giving it our best. I think so. Yeah, we're covered everywhere. As long as we're square on this plug, we're gonna be good. Well, that looks better already, and now we're back where we started this morning. We get to lay out everything again and do it all over. But now we don't have to think as much because it's pretty much figured out. I don't really know how I feel about this one. It's kind of really modern for me. Now, granted, this is not my house and I don't live here. And like I always tell people, hey, I'm just a barber. If you tell me you want a mohawk, you're getting a mohawk. But a lot of people will ask for my opinions and recommendations, and I'm glad to give them because I feel like they kind of rely on me as a source of knowledge. And I do my best, you know, I'm not a designer, but I've done quite a bit of trim and I think I know what looks good. But that's just what it is when it comes to this stuff. It's all opinions. That's all it is. There's really not a whole lot of code that goes into this as far as like building code, except when you're doing mantles and things like that, stairs. When it comes to the decorative interior trim, it's really up to the individual. So while I may not like this. I mean, I may like it. Whenever we paint it tomorrow, I may change my mind, because nothing really looks good with that masonite board color. But what it's lacking to me, and I feel like it's too modern, is maybe just symmetry and balance. Out of all the accent walls that we've done, and we've done quite a few, they've all had some kind of balance. Even the more modern ones, the more contemporary ones, they've all had some kind of balance, whereas I feel this is kind of lacking that. But then again, this is the most modern neighborhood I think I've ever worked in the Dallas area. And these houses really even aren't that modern, but that just tells you something about Texas. These big glass windows, the kind of stucco, squared off stucco look with the brick, it's a little different for out here. Usually it's all brick, it's real traditional stuff. But there's one really cool thing I like about these houses, and I think they all have it. I'll show you on this one that we're working on. But it's the garages. They have like a window so you can see the vehicle. I thought that was pretty cool, because it kind of looks like a showroom, and that's just the garage. And you don't see that here in Texas. I don't know if that's popular anywhere else, but we definitely don't see that here. Maybe when we prime and paint this tomorrow, I really will like it. But let me know what you think about this modern trend of where interior carpentry and trim is going, because I'd like to hear some opinions on it. We'll prime and paint this thing tomorrow, and if you want to see that process, just let me know, and I can do more painting and priming and painting videos.